Hey there. How are my wonderful theater nerds tonight? Theater nerds. I really appreciate you showing up on every Tuesday night when we do this. We missed you last week. Well, it was a holiday. It got noisy. Wow. I don't know about your neighborhood, but it sounded like they were blowing up the world out there. But yay, 4th of July. That's over with now. And it's a downhill run to the next holiday or school starting again, depending on where you are in all of this. Welcome for those of you who haven't been here before. We are the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We are SARTA, and we're here to bring you a snapshot of Sacramento and talk about what's going on this week at the theater. It's July 11th. Man, we have made it through a lot of the year already. Month number 7. I hope you're all hanging tough. I hope you're all doing well. Um, it's been an interesting year. Just on a personal level, it's been an interesting year. Uh, I've lost some friends this year, and it's one of those things that makes you really want to sit back and appreciate these artistic endeavors, these moments of brilliance that people have, because both of these people that I'm thinking of were artists in their own rights, different mediums, but artists. And, when our community loses someone like that, it's really, really devastating. And you really spend some time, at least I do, spend some time thinking about them. So, to Marshall and to Annie, kudos. Thank you for your art. Um, Best on your next adventure, wherever that may be, guys. Our hearts go with you. So, let's take a look at some things. Oh my gosh, we have got so much going on right now. We've got some special events that are coming up, some really cool special events, actually. If you're new to us, please hit us up on our website, sarda.com. We have a community calendar there that you, if you're a theater or you're doing something like that, you want to publicize it with us, you can go to our auditions and shows page and type in your info and let us know what's going on with you at your production company, at your theater company, whether it's, special events, workshops. We want to know about those because we'll help publicize that too. Openings, closings, fundraisers. We have a lot of our theaters that have fundraisers because community theater, while it's wonderful, it isn't free to put on. So, we have to pay for these things. So we want to talk about that for you. Let us publicize for you what's going on in your theater company, in your area of production. For those of you who may have, I don't know, theater space laying around not doing anything, contact SARTA. We have got so many theater companies, theater groups who really don't have a place to live. Everybody thinks, well, a theater group is connected to a theater. Not necessarily, especially in this day and age, because the real estate, quite frankly, is expensive. And sometimes we have to compete with other groups that, frankly, have more money and will bring in, a different crowd. And landlords like to get paid. So, it's really hard to find spaces where theaters can do productions. So, if you have one of those in your back pocket that you're not doing anything with, please let us know, because we could probably get a theater company in there and get some amazing art going on in your space. So contact us. Let's sort of know what's happening. Let's move on and take a look at a few things that are happening this week, because, as I said, we do have some special events and announcements to share with you. The first one is going to be an event that's happening at Chautauqua Playhouse. This is over in the Carmichael area. If you've never been there before, Chautauqua Playhouse is a really nice theater. They're having an evening of music, which is always fun. I mean, you've probably seen us do things for cabarets and that kind of thing that are going on. And just to give you a heads up, Sarda's planning another cabaret. We did one back in April that was amazing, and it was all Disney, and we're going to do another one in November. So these musical events will pop up from time to time. If you can get out there and help support them, go see this evening of music at Chautauqua Playhouse, July 23rd. So you've still got a couple weeks to plan. It's coming up. Tickets are $20, standard ticket price, but it helps keep our community theaters vibrant and functioning and running. So go out there and hear some Broadway music at Chautauqua Playhouse. Another special event and fundraiser is coming up on the 22nd of July. Placer Community Theater is having their 20th anniversary gala fundraiser. Keeping yourself in community theater for 20 years is an accomplishment. And we have several of our theater companies that are celebrating some big milestones this year. They have survived through a pandemic. They have survived through economic downturn. The arts will survive, and I think as humans we just need that. We absolutely need that. So if you are in the area, please go and support the Placer Community Theater. You can contact them, placercommunitytheater.org, to get tickets for this. They're on Lincoln Way in Auburn, Saturday night, July 22nd from 7 until 10. They're having a big old gala fundraiser. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Sierra Stages is presenting a very special production, one night only, in the Nevada Theater on July 18th. So that's coming up next week. Next week. Wow. We're moving through this way too quickly. They are going to be hosting the Puppeteers for Fears, which is a group from Oregon, and they are a puppet musical horror troupe. Don't you love it? They're bringing their original show called Cthulhu, the musical. I mean, you got to go see it just for that title. Come on. That sounds intriguing. Cthulhu, the musical? Really? It's got all too many tentacles, I'm told. The doors are going to open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 7:30. Again, it's at the Nevada Theater. It's general seating, so get there early so you can get a really good seat. You want to, be privy to all it. I don't know if tentacles have a splash zone. Maybe. There's a tentacle zone you have to be aware of. But tickets are only $25, which again, for an evening at theater, that's not a lot of money. So get your tickets. If this is your thing, may not be for everybody, but if this is your thing, get your tickets for Cthulhu, the musical. I want to go see this personally. I think this would be great. Here's another one that's coming up. Celebration Arts is hosting this one. So this is right downtown in Sacramento. They're having a comedy night. And they said, please leave the kids at home. This event is for grown folk, okay? It's 21 and over. So this is a comedy show, $25 general admission, and they've got a $35 VIP package, which includes a complimentary drink and a free ticket to an upcoming Celebration Arts production. So you may want to spring for that VIP package and get another ticket to another theater show while you're at it. But, a night of comedy, come on, you're going to love this. Here's another one, something else funny. This is going to be at the Sophia Theater, hosted by the B Street Group. B Street Theater is presenting its 2023 New Comedies Festival. This is going to be August 17th through the 20th, so you've still got time to plan for this, middle of next month, okay? So again, at the B Street Theater, the Sophia, New Comedies Festival 2023, August 17th through the 20th. Those are all the special events we've got coming up. And I told you there was a fair few. There's some cool things in there for you to do. Some one-night onlys that you don't want to miss. But here's our favorite one, at least my favorite one. Get those resumes and headshots together because it's time to talk about some auditions. We added some this time too. So we've got auditions for The Little Mermaid at Davis Musical Theater Company. DMTC's Young Performers production of Disney's Little Mermaid Jr. is going to be happening. They're going to have auditions on Monday, July 24th at 4:30, Or you can go on Tuesday, July 25th at 4:30 at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center out on Penna Drive in Davis. They're going to do callbacks that Wednesday. So if you've got little ones that want to be in this is the Young Performers production of it. This is Disney's Little Mermaid Jr. out at Davis Musical Theater Company. Here's some more really cool auditions. The next two I'm going to talk about are both from the Empire Arts Group, and they're out of the 24th Street complex at near the theater over there, Sutter Street Theater. It's great to have theater happening in the Sierra 2 building, and these guys are inside the building. So they're having auditions for Outer, a devised sci-fi show about garbage collectors in space. We're going to think about that. That has so much potential, right? To be funny and ridiculous and kind of crazy, and it sounds like it ought to be great. So Empire Arts Collective is hosting auditions on Saturday, July 29th at 11 a.m. or Sunday, July 30th at 2 p.m. at the Sierra 2 Center over in Sacramento. Here you can get more information by contacting them, empireartscollective.org, for more data on that. Sounds like a fun thing to do. I'm going to be a garbage collector in space. Here's another one from Empire Arts Collective. This one is the Sharks Barkley Improv Group, and they're going to have a show. Hey, they're having a show. This is a short form improv group, and they get together on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. For performances, and they do their performances about once a month. So Monday, August 21st at 7 o'clock, at the Sierra 2 Center, room 13, they're going to be hosting auditions for their next comedy show. So if you think you're funny, I don't know, you might be funny, be a great comedian, go down and audition for this. This is your opportunity. This is great. Experience with improv is not mandatory. They'd like you to have some, but you don't need to have to do that. So again, Monday, August 21st, 7 o'clock, Sierra 2, room 13. Go and get your improv on and go be funny. See if you can make it for this show. We're going to announce this one more time because they've got callbacks coming up on this one. So if you auditioned already for Pride and Prejudice and you had several different times you could audition, the callbacks are going to happen on this coming Sunday on the 11th. So heads up for that one. Auditions are also coming up next week for The Addams Family. This one's going to be out at Woodland Opera House. And if you haven't seen The Addams Family stage show, it's pretty funny. And it's a musical. Come on. Addams Family and a musical. Yeah, so if you think you're creepy and you're kooky, you might be the person that they need for this. So get your best, darkness, gothness on and go audition for The Addams Family. July 16th and 17th at 7 o'clock at the Theater and Dance Annex on Court Street in Woodland. This is for the Woodland Opera House. There's auditions happening up at Volcano Theater. Yes, that's right. It's a holiday show. Don't you give me that look. The holidays are coming. You know they are. They'll be here faster than you think, all right? So it's time to start getting these auditions out for the holiday shows. You're going to be amazed. In another month and a half, I'm going to have nothing but auditions for holiday shows because, yeah, 'tis the season to get ready for those. So Volcano Theater Company is getting a jump on it, and they're holding open auditions for their production of Dashing Through the Snow. Yeah, I know you're singing the song now, right? At the Cobblestone Theater, the auditions are going to be on Sunday, August 6th at 2 o'clock, and then again on Monday, August 7th at 6:30 p.m. They need 11 women and 4 men, ages 25 and up, and no experience is needed. So you could be a part of this show. And it could be amazing. Volcano Theater Company, you know you want to do this. The performances will be November 17th through December 16th. So be prepared. This is just the first one coming down the pike. Yeah, it's not too early to get your jingle bells on, right? All right, let's take a look at what's playing right now because we've got quite a few really good shows happening. Ooh, I went to see one on Sunday afternoon. Ah, when did I go? Sunday afternoon. I got to go to a matinee. I'll tell you about it when I get there. Okay. I'm excited, right? This is a first, and it's a short performance for this. This opened on July 7th. It's playing through the 16th. This is called a musical called Domestic Disturbances, and it's based on an album by Carla Fleming and Joe Archie. It's playing over at the Black Box Theater at Cosumnes River College. So if you want to get your tickets for this, please go to the box office website for this, for Domestic Disturbances. If you look up Cosumnes River College, it'll probably pop it up for the music department. Also, you can also check out our webpage, SARTA. We have a community calendar, and all these kind of cool things like this end up on our community calendar. So if you're ever looking for something to do and you're not sure what it is you want to do, go look at the SARTA calendar, because we've got all of these different shows. Everything that our theaters send to us, we repost there, so you can it's your one-stop shopping spot for auditions and openings and coming soons and season productions. You can get to know what's coming up at a theater company, so you can kind of keep an eye on their website and know when they're auditioning for something, if there's a show that you really, really wanted to do that they're producing. So check out our website. Check this out, Domestic Disturbance, only playing through the 16th. So you got a short window to go see this one. Get your tickets. Here's another one that is playing also. It's at B Street Theater. B Street Theater, the Sophia, is putting on a lot of really cool shows this year. This is from July 5th. It'll be playing through August 13th. So you've still got plenty of time to get your tickets to see Insertion. This one is sort of a fun scenario to think about. They shared that the main character, Maisie, has gotten this apprenticeship with this Red Key publishing house and this acclaimed writer, and she thinks it's wonderful, but the writer has a secret. She's really the pseudonym of an erotic paperback empire and believes that Maisie has the potential to be her successor. Writing erotica. Go for it. You have to be willing to flex a little bit sometimes in your jobs, and this might be one. So Maisie's determined not to lose her first major writing opportunity, so she has to learn everything she can about sex in a series of hilarious, harrowing, and heartwarming escapades. This one might not be for the children either. Yeah, leave the kids at home and go see this. Insertion by Sarah Grostora. It's playing again, B Street Theaters through August 13th. Playing through this coming weekend, July. I'm just gonna rush. I'm ready to get the year over. It's August already. No, it's not. It's only July. But playing through July 16th out at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center, we have Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This has become a classic. If you haven't seen somebody's version of Sweeney Todd, all right, including the movie, if you must, but I'd rather you look at one of the plays or special presentations, then you can appreciate this production. Sweeney Todd is just great. The music is wonderful. The story is wonderful and dark and macabre and funny in places and everything else. So get yourself out to Davis Musical Theater Company. This is the last weekend for it because it closes on the 16th. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Also closing this weekend, Friday and Saturday are going to be its last days up at Main Street Theater Works. They're presenting their production of The Quest for Don Quixote by Mark Brown. That's at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater. And the cool thing about the amphitheater is it opens about an hour and a half before the show starts so you can get drinks and refreshments and things like that, and then go get yourself seated. So be there by 6:30 when the gates open and get ready for the show at 8 o'clock. Tickets are at the gate, or you can get them from mainstreettheaterworks.org. Also playing through August 13th, so you still have time to see this one, is Spamalot. This one holds a special place in my heart because a few years back I got to be in a production of Spamalot. I love this show. I love the silliness, expert silliness, right? I mean, you got the books and lyrics by Eric Idle and the music by John Dupre. It's wonderful. They're doing it out at Sutter Street Theater. Wonderful little theater up in Folsom, Old Folsom. For reservations, you can go to sutterstreettheater.com for tickets, or you can give them a call. It's rated PG-13, so anybody can go. It's a fun show. So through August 13th on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and on Sundays at 4:30. Go see Monty Python's Spamalot. This is the one I wanted to gush about for a moment. So this past Sunday, I went to the matinee for Macbeth. I'm not in a theater, so I can say that without, jinxing my world or anything. And I have to tell you, it was a wonderful education for me. I have seen some Shakespeare, and I've seen a number of different Shakespeare plays, but I had never seen Macbeth before. And I have heard things about it. I did not know that Macbeth was such a heinous character. And I gotta tell you, it was a stunning production. The staging, the entrances and exits, the simulation of the fighting. Yes, there's fighting. There's swords and shields and clashing and running back and forth and people dying. It's not for the faint of heart. It was a great production. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Several of the actors in there I knew were going to be in it, and then I got to recognize several more people that I know who were in it, and I was just like, yay, you guys are killing it, yay. Yes, I was being a big old theater nerd at the time, but that's okay. That's what we get to do. So I can't say enough about this production. You still have time to see it. It's playing through the 23rd of this month. So you still got a couple more weekends, but I got to tell you, you better get your tickets. Don't depend on getting them at the door because they have been sold out. I tried that. I was just going to go Friday night, went ahead to check, and they were sold out. And they were also sold out for Saturday night. And I went, okay, Sunday afternoon it is. Let me get a ticket right now. So don't wait around. The Sacramento Shakespeare Festival is something that's been going on literally for decades in our area. It's one of our stellar pieces for the summer. I'm so glad they're doing it in the Art Court Theater because, they used to do it over in the amphitheater over in William Land Park, which, as you could imagine at this time of year when we're about to pop to 104 and 105, 109 for the weekend. Running around in all of those costumes. It was hot. So I'm so glad they're doing it in the Art Court Theater. It was the perfect venue. It was stunning, wonderful, spectacular acting. Kudos to this whole production company. Everything was wonderful, from Nicole's costumes to the direction to the acting on stage. Just all of it was amazing. Macbeth, go see it. Just don't say Macbeth while you're in the theater, okay? All right. I guess I've gushed about that one enough. Go see Macbeth. It's really cool. All right, here's another one. A friend of mine went to go see this one, and they said it was really awesome too. So I'm going to have to get myself some tickets so I can go see Predictor over at Capitol Stage, because this is supposed to be pretty amazing too, and it's kind of funny and everything else, but it's based on true events. This is a story about the lady who actually invented home pregnancy tests. So talk about a life-changing thing. We kind of take it for granted because they've been part of our female presenting body health care for a long time. But somewhere, somebody invented this thing, and this is the story about the person who did. So, Predictor, again, through the 23rd of July over at Capitol Stage. Check it out. Here's a Seussical Kids music workshop. They're going to have their performances now through July 23rd on Saturdays at 1 o'clock. And this is just so much fun for the children to be a part of this. Woodland Opera House is presenting Seussical Kids. That's what's happening right now, but trust me, we've got a lot that's coming up pretty soon. So let's take a look at what's coming down the road. And I've got things all the way into, I think, October for us to take a, well, even November, I do believe. So let's take a look. This one's opening this weekend. Today's the 11th. This opens on the 13th at the Nevada Theater for Sierra Stages. They're presenting Guys and Dolls. So if you want to go see the great story about Nathan Detroit and all of the wonderful gamblers and the dolls from the Salvation Army, this is a fun show. Great music. So again, they're opening on the 13th this week at the Nevada Theater, Thursdays through Saturdays at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2 o'clock. The Davis Musical Theater Company's Young Performers Theater is presenting its production of The Wizard of Oz, and it's opening on July 21st, and it will be playing through July 30th. So Fridays at 7, Saturdays at 2, and Sundays at 2 for The Wizard of Oz. The McLaughlin Theater Company is presenting its production of Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical. This is opening on July 28th and will be playing through August 6th. And you can get your tickets at McLaughlinStudios.com. It's up in Loomis, California, so you'll take a short road trip and go see a great show, Matilda, the musical. This is one that I'm really kind of glad to see come back around again because I missed it the last time it was in town and somebody did a production of it. It's called The Play That Goes Wrong. Total comedy. It's a farce, so there's lots of running in and out and slamming of doors. I love it. It's going to open on August 9th and will play through September 10th. This is at B Street Theater at the Sophia. The Play That Goes Wrong by Henry Lewis, Jonathan Sayer, and Henry Shields. So get your tickets ahead of time so you can go check out this play that goes wrong. Children of Eden is going to be a master's production directed by Jennifer Vaughn, and it's going to be opening at the Roseville Theater Arts Academy. This is one of our premier young people's theater companies in our area. Their performances will be from August 4th through August 13th, and on August 5th, they're going to have an American Sign Language interpreter there. If you've never seen a production, a theater production that has ASL support, you should go just, for the experience of going to see something that's got ASL support. But watching the sign language interpreters act along with the actors is so much fun. I've seen several productions where that's happened, and it's wonderful. And I really appreciate this because Roseville Theater Arts Academy adds ASL interpreters quite often for their shows. So they're really focused in on making it always accessible. I mean, we don't really think about it, but so much of theater is auditory. And if you can't hear, can you still enjoy theater? Well, absolutely, you can. You absolutely can. So we can enjoy theater and music and all kinds of other performances. So go see Children of Eden, again, August 4th through the 13th, Roseville Theater Arts Academy. Epic Bible College and Graduate School is presenting a production called While the Lights Were Out. This is playing from July 21st through the 30th. Synopsis says, a thunderstorm, the lights go out, an agonized voice, a pistol shot, and the lights come up. A blonde in black lace stands over the dead man, holding a bloody dagger. I already have a problem with that scenario because they said there was a pistol shot, but She's holding a bloody dagger. So was he shot or was he stabbed? I guess you have to go see while the lights were out to find out. So check out this wonderful mystery. Again, playing at Epic Bible College and Graduate School out Auburn Boulevard in Sacramento, California. It's on Thursday through Saturday at 8 p.m. and then Sundays at 4. Green Valley Theater Company has a production coming up called The Old Man and the Old Moon. This is a music, book, and lyrics by Pigpen Theater Company, and it's going to be opening on July 28th and playing through August 20th over at Big Idea Theater. This is one of our lovely little theaters over on Del Paso Boulevard. Great space to have this in. The Old Man and the Old Moon. Yes, there's music and singing and wonderfulness going on. You need to check it out. Green Valley Theater Company, The Old Man and the Old Moon, coming on July 28th. Here's another one. Oh, we're still telling you about McLaughlin Theater Company. Gosh, I obviously thought it was really good enough to put it in here twice. July 28th through August 6th, they're presenting Matilda the Musical. They're still presenting Matilda the Musical. I'm telling you about it a second time because you really need to get your tickets and go see Matilda the Musical. Okay? All right. Go see this. McLaughlin Theater Company. Coming to Main Street Theater Works, a red plaid shirt. This is going to be playing Fridays and Saturdays, August 4th through September 2nd. So we're taking us into the fall season now. At the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater, that's that one I was mentioning before. They're playing Don Quixote right now. So you can show up early to the amphitheater, get your drinks, get snacks and things like that, and then go in and sit down and get ready to see a great show. Kennedy Mine Amphitheater is celebrating their 20th anniversary year. So this is another one that, has survived a lot when you think about community theater and production companies. So please go out and show them some love by supporting Main Street Theater Works out at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater and see a red plaid shirt. Here's another theater company that is celebrating 50 seasons of theater. That's a lot. They've been there a while, and they've been putting on great theater production. I've been at least 4 times to Volcano to see different productions. I've been in their amphitheater. I've been in their cobblestone theater. It has been wonderful in both places, and the shows have been great in both places. This one is another one that's based on a true story. It's called Silent Sky, and this is about a woman in its 1900s, and so we'll talk early last century, who had the opportunity to work at Harvard, but as a woman in her field, at that time, because women in science were not truly appreciated. Still fighting that battle in some places, but hey, we're making progress. It led her to a scientific discovery that has actually informed the field of astronomy even today. So I want to go see this because I want to go have an experience in their amphitheater. The show starts on August 11th and will play through September 9th, and these will be perfect evenings on these hot nights to go and sit in the open sky underneath the beautiful, beautiful pine trees out there that surround this amphitheater and see some great theater in a cool space, and you can bring snacks. Last time I was there, the people next to me shared a glass of wine with me. It was wonderful. The amphitheater performances are so cool because it's like almost a picnic area or a festival kind of experience with theater when you go to those. And I've been to several different ones like that, and they really are very cool. So again, Silent Sky by Lauren Gunderson, August 11th through September 9th. And the tickets are available right now, so you can check them out. I'm going to excuse myself for a sec. I'll be right back. I hate having to sneeze. It's so annoying. And it always happens right in the middle of something that you're trying to do, trying to say, Anyway, thank you for bearing with me for that. All right, back to Volcano. Volcano has a number of things. I love the way they put together their season's performances and go, here, buy tickets for everything now. You can do this. Oh, I hadn't mentioned this before, and I should mention it now. A lot of the theaters will offer season passes. If you are feeling so inclined, if you want to really support a theater company, buy the season passes. What that usually gets you is possibly a discount on your ticket prices. Always a good thing to have. It also helps guarantee the theater that they're going to have, let's face it, butts in seats for their different performances because people have already bought the tickets. It is like buying a season pass. So you can go to a number of different shows for, one package price. And I got to tell you, the theater companies really appreciate those folks who can be large patrons like that. It's really a great way to support your local theater company. So look into it. If you have a theater company in your area that you feel like you want to support, see if they have season tickets or season passes for things, and go ahead and make that purchase. And then you've always got somewhere to go on the weekend. Oh my gosh. Every time they have a show, you can be there, right? This one's going to be heading into our October season, just the kind of time you want us to talk about ghosts and spirits and things. This is Noel Coward's production called Blithe Spirit. It's going to open on September 15th and it will close on October 15th. Like I said, sliding us into our Halloween season. It's going to be in the historic Cobblestone Theater. It's going to be getting cold now, so they'll move inside again. But it's up at volcanotheater.net. You can check their website and get your tickets. Tickets are on sale right now for Blithe Spirit. All right, that's all the stuff that's happening right now. Let's take a look at some of the season schedules that we've got coming along, because we've got a little bit left that's happening. While the Lights Were Out is playing right now. I already shared that one with you. Pride and Prejudice, they just are wrapping up doing their auditions for that, so they're going to be doing their callbacks pretty soon. Then they're going to have a production called Help Me, and then they're going to finish out their season with Amelia Earhart. So that is Free Fall Stage. Free Fall Stage has always been putting on quality theater in our area, and this is what's left for their 2023 season. Davis Musical Theater Company, you've already seen some of the things that are coming up for them. They've got Something Rotten coming up soon. Then they're going to have Oklahoma and Seussical, the musical, Fiddler on the Roof, Into the Woods, and then finally wrap their 2023-2024 season with a production of The Little Mermaid. Mermaids are still popular. We're still going to do the mermaids. Now, I'm noticing something on this that I also want to call to your attention, because our theater patrons are really, really important. And the people who can do what we call underwriting, which is really giving a substantial donation to the theater to help get a production off the ground, are so important. And each one of these for Davis Musical Theater Company has an underwriter. So thank you, patrons of the arts who can be underwriters for this. And you know what? If you don't have the money to underwrite, you can still buy a ticket to a show. You can go to their website and make a donation. You can support community theater any way that you possibly can. I know you can, because you're my theater nerds. Woo! Theater nerds! Theater nerds. Which is why you're here, because we dig theater. But if you feel so inclined one day and you want to do something like that to support a theater company, find out what they're doing and say, you know what, I have that kind of dollars to toss at a production, and I'd like to be an underwriter. They would appreciate it so much. We're going to wrap up our season schedules by talking about what's going on at Woodland Opera House for 2023-2024 season. You already saw one of the auditions go up for this, for the Addams Family, but they're also doing SpongeBob the musical. Let's see, they did School of Rock, or they're going to do School of Rock. They finished the auditions for that. Now, they've also got a comedy that's going to be announced. They would not tell us what it was, but they said they'd let us in on it later. Mystery. Okay. Then they're going to do The Descendants, the musical. Damn Yankees, which is a oldie but goodie. It's a classic. And they're going to wrap up their season with a production of Peter and the Starcatcher for all you Peter Pan fans out there. So that's what's coming down from the main series and family series at Woodland Opera House. So if you see something there that you think you would like, get your tickets early. And I happen to know that this is one of the theaters that does do season passes. So you could get season passes and go see everything. Why not? We've got a lot of weekends coming up, and there's a lot of good theater that's going to be put on out there. All right, my friends, we're coming down to the end of things. So this is where I tell you to please let us talk you up, publicize you. Go to our website, go to the shows and auditions section, go down to the bottom of the page. There's a form there that you can fill out, put all the information in about your upcoming shows, what kind of special events you're having, what auditions you're hosting, and we will make sure it goes here. We will make sure it goes in our newsletter. We will make sure it goes on our community calendar on our website. Help us help you by giving us all that information. If you have not done so, follow us on Facebook. If you are a friend hanging out around here right now on Twitch and you haven't done so, please click the little heart and follow us. And I'll say thank you ahead of time. Thank you for following us. We do this every Tuesday to come and tell you what's going on. We have Sarda Theaters on Facebook where people are making posts and adding things all the time. So check it out. There may be something else that people forget, and then they go, oh, I know where I can drop my information. I'll drop it onto the SARTA page. And they do that. And so we'll have, the occasional audition or theater opening production or some sort of announcement pop up over there too. So that is another place that you're going to want to follow. So follow us. We'll lead you to great places, to the theater. I say this to you every week. I hope you'll take me up on it. I actually have had a few people take me up on it now, so it's really lovely. If you're out there and you see me, please say hi, because I hope to see you at the theater. Right? My little theater nerds. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Go see some theater this weekend. There's tons going on. And stay cool. About to get hot here, okay? Theater. Nice dark place to chill. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.